River near Casper, Wyoming. This river is famous for its wild rainbow, cutthroat, and brown trout and is considered one of the premier rivers in the western United States. The North Platte River is a tributary of the Platte River, which is approximately 680 miles long and flows through the states of Colorado, Wyoming, and Nebraska. Joining me today is North Platte River Lodge guide Trent Tatum. With Trent's expertise, I hope to fool some of these wary trout. On Trent's suggestion, we'll be using one of the most effective methods a fly fisher has to take big fish. That technique is using a streamer. Accepted techniques from past years, such as dead drifting a large streamer or to swing a fly in the current, have changed. With new refinements in tactics, rods, fly lines, and even advances in fly construction have all combined to make use of streamers one of the most deadly methods available. If you want to catch truly big trout, this is one of the best ways to do it. Why are streamers so effective? As a trout matures, its choice of food changes from invertebrates such as mayflies, caddisflies, or stoneflies to flesh such as sculpin, dace, or even predating on their own species. Why this change happens is simple. As a fish grows, the amount of nourishment it needs to survive increases dramatically. This need is satisfied by eating bait fish. Although this doesn't mean the trout will never eat invertebrates again, they will. A well-placed nymph in a trout's feeding lane will usually be taken. But big trout need big meals, and streamers present them with a full meal deal.
We've come across a bit of a point.
Right on that drop-off.
On that drop-off, right over here, as you can see. And Brett had me cast towards shore and start stripping in. Short strips, 12-inch strips. I've been a little bit aggressive, trying to get the bigger fish. This one doesn't feel extremely big, but he feels good. Oh, I might be lying to you here. Streamer fishing is effective. It brings out the beast in the animal. Oh yeah, this is great, yeah. Come on up, let's have a look at you. Whoa! We have a 2-fly setup.
Very nice.
And this fish is giving a real good account of itself. I've been casting exactly where the guide tells me to cast. These are his waters, and he knows best, and it's proven to me that the fish are here. And very strong fish, I might add. Very strong fish. As you can see, very, very healthy fish, and the big ones come out at this time. Oh, that was great.
Great job. One of the most important things when stripping a streamer is keeping the rod tip low to the water.
Okay.
That way you'll get the most movement out of the bug. On top of the fact, you get the most sensitivity as far as feeling strikes. You will get some very short strikes today, and then others will be, no questions asked, very aggressive.
Right. So it's very important to keep the tip down.
Tip down, and if you can, point kind of in the general direction of the fly itself.
Ooh, that's some moss.
And you will be cleaning a little moss.
Well, we know we're getting to the bottom.
That's right. It could be anything from a drop-off to a change in current speed to moss beds.
Okay.
You could be stripping off a moss bed, fly drops off into a little deeper, clearer bottom.
Yep.
That's where the fish will be sitting. There's no exact specific feature that we are fishing. What we're doing is we're just covering a lot of water, hence putting the fly in a lot of fish's faces.
Okay. And what kind of depth are we in here?
Oh, in here, I'd say you're between 3 and 4 feet deep.
Oh, that's all, eh?
Yep.
Looks like it's deeper because
Looks
of the
a
water.
lot deeper.
There we go, fish. Oh, he let go.
That was it.
That was it. That was a good one. Oh, man. Maybe I could feel his jaws go clunk. Oh.
That's right in that fast, heavy water, too.
Oh. There we go, fish. Just, oh! Oh!
That was a
Just
good
him
fish.
come out.
That was a good fish.
Oh! Yeah, we have a bit of a drop off. As you can see here, it goes shallow to deep. And I was told to put the fly in there, and that's where the fish would be, and he was right. And it's a good one. Oh, yeah.
This will be a great spot too. We can get in this slack water and
Yep.
land him, get a good look at him.
Yep. And I'm trying. He's not cooperating very well with me. He's a very strong fish. That's one thing I will comment. All the fish around here are wild, so they're very, very strong.
Great fish. Now he actually ate the other one.
You eat the other one, yeah?
Very nice.
Very good fish, yes. I'll let the guide handle it. It's important to get the fish back in quickly. We're running into summer temperatures here on the North Platte, so you don't want to have the fish out of the water too long. It stresses them too much, and their chances of recovery goes down.
Very good. Very well done.
Yeah, I would
How
think
deep
so.
do you think it is done?
Are we gonna fish this side? Over here or here? Which way, where would we?
Typically with this type of streamer fishing, throwing 2 heavy-weighted flies on a sink tip of some sort or a full sinking line, you're gonna wanna have a stiffer rod, preferably a 6-7 weight rig, fairly stiff, lots of backbone because you're gonna be chunking a lot of weight and it can begin to wear on your arm and your body. On this particular reel, I have rigged a Type 3 full sinking line, which will allow you to get down at one uniform depth. Unlike a sink tip, a full sinking will go down and continue to go down, fishing the fly across one depth, unlike a sink tip, which will hinge, taking you directly to the bottom, which a sink tip or full sink can effectively get you to the bottom. But the idea is to stay at one particular depth. This reel is loaded with a full floating, but with an intermediate tip section, 7 feet long. And this allows you to, once again, hinge and get you down towards the bottom, but not as deep as a full-blown sink tip.
There we go. Fish on.
Very nice.
Fish on, yeah. Right in this nice patch. Oh, and he let go. Oh, frustrating.
Get him back out there.
Yep. There we go, and it's a good fish. Fish on, yes. Oh, great, yeah.
Ooh, nice.
It's good, it's nice. Looks like a rainbow to me.
Nice rainbow, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna try to get him on the reel as fast as I can. There's no mistaking the hit when they hit a streamer. It's very predatory. Oh, and he let go. Very predatory and hard. You're not gonna mistake it. We'll try that one again. I'm gonna check the hooks. Maybe we need to sharpen up again.
You know, you see a lot of saltwater guys, and they're always sharpening their hooks for tarpon and other saltwater species. There's no reason you can't sharpen for trout, throwing streamers. What I like to do is I like to triangulate the hook. I sharpen from both sides and from the top. And that'll really give you a sharpness that's unparalleled. It'll bury itself into the fish when you do set the hook. And I can tell you, if you are going after big fish, you won't regret it. It'll be the difference between hooking them and not hooking them. So from both sides and from the top is what I like to do, ideally. And like I said, it'll make it as sharp as can be, and you'll hook far more fish.
I see where I want to put it. I see a ledge there.
There you go. Another thing that people often overlook with streamer fishing is if you find a big fish, you hook a big fish, there's more than likely there will continue to be either that same fish or another big fish in that area,
your
because
alpha.
it has everything they need. It has the right current speed, the right depth, the right structure. It's close to food.
Yeah, you take the big fish, you've taken the alpha fish, and the next one behind in the next in line will pull in.
It's
Where you
very
take that
possible,
fish
yeah.
in. Yeah.
So spots that I have, you know, bookmarked in my brain as spots I've hooked big fish out of,
Yeah.
I never miss them. You never want to miss them. Left side. Well, I've got various boxes here, all full of many, many different types of streamers, from your big attractor patterns to your more specific, smaller patterns that imitate certain insects or certain minnows or other bait fish. In this box here, I have everything from yuck bugs to woolly boogers of every size, shape, and color, to bighorn buggers, to yellow yummies, to scorpions. We fished this one specific black and white-legged scorpion today, and that led as our attractor pattern. We followed it up with an orange blossom special. And that was a little bit more specific pattern. It's always a worthy streamer on the North Platte River. Have a bunch of different colored leech patterns, a little bit more of a winter pattern when fishing this river. And then I have a box here that is full of large bait fish imitations, and this is really my big fish box. When we're pinpointing large fish, fishing a single fly, pounding to the banks, fishing it fast, we'll stick to some of these larger patterns like this big white zoo cougar here, and that'll usually arouse a large fish. The biggest thing with streamer fishing is, and what a lot of people neglect, is you want to fish with confidence. Whatever fly you're fishing, fish it with confidence and assume you are going to catch fish on it. I have a lot of patterns here. Today we stuck with the attractor and the more specific pattern. That's one method. Another method, like I said, is to fish one big large fly that imitates a crippled or dying bait fish. That's one way to really pinpoint big fish. You can pretty much use any size, shape, and color. I do try and use 2 flies, give the fish multiple options. If one's not working, I will switch to a different pattern. But today we had managed to stick with the same 2 flies for the duration of the morning, and it's been successful and productive for us.
Trout have certain basic needs to survive. These needs are shelter, food, and access to security such as deep water. With these needs in mind, you can determine where the trout will be holding. Lies such as log jams, undercut banks, shadows, ledges, and drop-offs are all definite areas that will attract trout. Don't forget about any object that will break the current and cause a seam, such as a fallen tree.
Anywhere you see a change in the current,
Right?
visually you can see a depth change. You see it go from shallow to deep. And this watercolor, we're slightly off color this time of year on this river.
Yeah.
So if you can't see the depth change as far as the watercolor is concerned, you can always look for just changes in seams, speed. Like coming up in here, there's a couple really nice pockets. This is a little bit more of that classic streamer-like water.
Yeah.
Lots of feature.
Fish on, yes. Now, we got, as you can see here, we got a few rocks in front of us here, and I gotta get this fish on the, gotta try to get him on the reel as fast as I can, but he's holding tight there. I have a piece of moss here, and there's a bit of a current coming off the end of it. So I put the fly right over there, a couple of strips, and it just stopped. There wasn't a hard hit on this one at all. Doesn't feel like it's quite as big as the last fish, but they're all good. Huh, it's not bad.
What I'm gonna do, Bill, is I'm gonna get this fish out. I'm gonna net him, unhook him, get him back in the water, because we really do not want to miss this next little stretch. Come on, bud.
Come on, buddy.
Don't
have to.
Oh, also ate the orange blossom special.
Yep. And quickly back into the water, because we're coming up to some prime fishing water here.
We're there, pretty much. Well, around this bend.
That's fine. Well, here we are at a put-out point. I'm thoroughly exhausted. We had a wonderful day. Lots of good-sized fish, very aggressive. So if you want big fish constantly, streamers are the way to go.